Nope. Come on, Karma. Karma, let's go. We got coming up here. Hey, everybody. Jason Burns here. A little walk and talk with my little baby Karma Angelo. Gorgeous day out. We're about to have to cross the street because I see what is a doggins, and I don't want the dog drama. All right. So Epstein and why you can't play team baseball. If you just watched my last report, what is Bill Barr saying? Bill Barr saying, guys, I know it looks bad. I know that it looks probably worse. Come on, baby, underneath. Sorry. I know it looks like, he didn't kill himself. That's why everybody's saying it. That's why even Senator John Kennedy is saying it in Senate hearings right now. It looks bad. But after we reviewed those tapes, well, sorry. And that's why you can't play team baseball. All these people that want to say, well, Epstein was working with the Democrats. Sure he was. Well, what about those people that want to say Epstein was working with the Republicans? Sure he was. Epstein was working with people like Trump. Yes, sure he was. He was indeed. And by the way, we have our dog Coop here, so you're just going to have to excuse me for one moment as we take care of the business. Karma, stop. Oh, let's put her down. So give me a moment here, guys, and we'll get back to clean up the other kind of shit. The Epstein shit. Oh, alrighty. There we go. Whole bunch of yuck. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, nope. All right, we're coming back, guys. We're coming back. Thumbs it up if you believe that you should curb your animal. Thumbs it up. All right, so back to it. Now you have what appears to be an absolute cover-up, an FBI cleanup operation, a Department of Justice cleanup operation of extremely limited hangout. And that alone should be extremely evident by the fact that we now have Mark Epstein publicly saying that his brother told him he was attacked the first time. I'm going to start harping on this more and more because it is the key to everything, at least to expose what a farce this entire investigation into his suicide is going to be, and how these guards are more than likely going to be scapegoated because of the information that they know. If that is correct, and I have no, listen, I'm not saying Mark Epstein's a great person either. I'm not saying he's telling the entire truth. He's connected to his brother, sure. I don't think he was entirely honest in the interview, right, Karma? That's not the point. But if he is correct, and Epstein was put on suicide watch after being physically attacked, that is an entirely different situation than suicide. The fact that it didn't come out in the media, that it didn't come out in the courts, that was the case, that they put him on suicide watch anyway, and then after whatever happened the first time was unsuccessful, the second time was successful. And there's no cameras, there's guards that supposedly were falling asleep, and the direction of this investigation is going into what? The MCC, and how it's understaffed, and it was a perfect storm, says Barr. So now on the other hand, a lot of people are like, well, Barr's fighting the deep state. Look, Barr's an establishment guy. He's been here before. First Bush administration, he's been here before. And he wants to keep a cap on the black ops, drug market, arms market, and underbelly that is the true deep state. That was Oliver North in the 80s. And now Oliver North gets to write books and be on television shows. That's how that works. Okay? You protect your own. It goes beyond left and right. It goes beyond Democrat and Republican. And that's why, again, I may not agree with everything Gabbard has to say, but I'm glad she's up there. She's the only one talking about any kind of real issues. Bernie Sanders scored a couple points, I guess, talking about the Israeli and Palestinian conflict. I mean, that's something. That was in there. But then again, you had people like Cory Booker even bringing up Yemen. Most people, no idea. And let me tell you something. Yemen is the type of thing that goes beyond party lines, in the sense it wouldn't matter if it was Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton in there, had that passed through the Senate, they would have vetoed it too. They would have vetoed it just like Trump did. And that's why this is so scary to them. I mean, think about it. Zbigniew Brzezinski, okay, and Henry Kissinger and people like David Rockefeller, right? Big globalist, Bilderberg, brainchild, Trilateral Commission brainchild. You've got somebody like Epstein, right, that is a CFR member, and then he's a trilateral member for some time. I mean, my goodness, over a decade. Now that's something. So he's already in the big circle of a couple to 3,000 people that are making big geopolitical decisions, that have connections to lobbyists in the military-industrial complex. But then, with the Trilateral Commission, it closes that circle even more. Even more. And guys like Larry Summers and women like Hillary Clinton, people like Bill Clinton, that's where they come in, and their little foundations. Remember, his lawyer said that the Clinton Initiative, that's something that Epstein came up with. And there's been no serious discussion about trying to get Bill Clinton around and what he knows and get him on an interview like Prince Andrew, right? They have those pictures of Prince Andrew, but we've already caught Clinton lying and saying that they didn't know each other until after the 90s, which is totally false. We've now proved that false. We have 20 plus flights, 26 flights, and I know that's like I think it's like 6 trips, but so what? Those are big trips. If we're going to talk about Prince Andrew and how now he's been thrown out of Buckingham Palace and how he should come to the United States, Bill Clinton needs to be talked to too, doesn't he? Goes beyond those party lines. And quite frankly, we already know that Donald Trump talked to Bradley Edwards, the lawyer for Guthrie Roberts and others, right? I'd like to hear what he had to say. I mean, I'd like to see what's in there on the court record. Is that okay? Is that okay for me to say? I'd also like to see the records of what former Labor Secretary Acosta, again, a Republican appointee, had to say when he was going to be appointed about the fact that Vicky Ward has stated when he was asked about Epstein. He said, look, I was told it was above my pay grade, and he was intelligence. This is all stuff we have to talk about. And, that's why, again, I don't ever go left or right or Republican or Democrat or say ridiculous things like the Democratic Party is the party of Satan. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm trying to reach out to people. And this is the perfect example, again, how this threatened both sides of the spectrum. And, like I said, Bill Barr is part of that cover-up crew, guys. If you think the story is just going to be told by one night's security cameras, 2 of which supposedly failed, you are out of your mind. The story has not even been close to told. Every piece of surveillance footage from that place, from the moment he entered, should be being analyzed. Who was in? Who was out? Who was there at all that day? Who told those guards to take off? Because I'm not buying her story. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying 2 camera malfunctions. I'm not buying 3 broken bones in his neck. And I'm not buying the first time this suicide attempt happened, it was an assault. I'm buying the fact that not only it was an assault, but they covered it up. And by the way, that puts the nail in the coffin, okay, of this idea that he's alive. Let's talk about how ludicrous that is. First of all, you'd have to have an even bigger conspiracy to extract him and get him out, right? So you'd have to involve even more people. The first time when he was assaulted, right? Because we're talking about assault now. Why assault him the first time? Why not just have the successful suicide? That doesn't make any sense. It wasn't there to glean the public. Why have the coroner initially delay the results, right? Remember the official, Barbara Sampson, delayed the results, and Baden was the one that said it was like murder. And now Baden's saying in 50 years he's never seen 3 breaks like that. So I've heard people say, well, when was Epstein's funeral? Let's not be slow-minded. Would anybody go to a funeral for Jeffrey Epstein? What do you think? Do you think, I mean, don't get me wrong, Prince Andrew does some pretty bad PR, okay? No, he wouldn't go. Nobody would be going to a funeral for Jeffrey Epstein. And we have that, I don't know if it's like a mosque or a mausoleum or something like that, but we have that place where he is supposedly buried, okay? So let's get off it. I mean, if that happened, if he got extracted, you would need to present an enormous amount of evidence to me that that was the case. It would have to be a lot, okay? But you'd also have to provide me with an enormous amount of evidence, I think an impossible amount of evidence because of all the evidence that's already out there, that he somehow killed himself. Let's get out of there. I'm so down with the Epstein didn't kill himself hashtag at this point. I don't know what else to say. The media is not telling you about that first attack and not suicide. The media is not emphasizing that Mark Epstein fears for his life and his family's life. That should be a big deal, guys. It should be a big deal. And now, with the guards not taking the plea deal and somebody saying they want to cooperate with the IG, you got to wonder what's going to happen here. What the spin is. They're already prepping us for incompetence. The perfect storm. That's what Bill Barr's telling you. Oh, the perfect mother effing storm, karma. So guys, as you can see, our park walk is coming to a close. We're coming in on town. I want to let everybody know that I do this 3 to 7 times a day. We are going to do an Epstein Black Book AMA and hopefully an Epstein Senate hearing video update as well, because I didn't get all those in there. And hopefully we're not going to have the streaming issues that we have. If you like this video, thumbs it up, share it with others. If you're not subscribed, join the Burmese Brigade. We talk about Epstein, but a lot more. Over 700 plus videos on the channel, trying to do it 3 to 7 times a day. Karma loves it when I walk her. She was all over me. Such a gorgeous day out. She's like, you're definitely walking me. So I got to GoFundMe. That's how you financially support me. But you really support me by sharing this information with others. Thanksgiving's coming up. Watch a Jason Burmese documentary with somebody you love and give them the gift of truth this holiday season. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.